upgrades.
Well, on that subtle note, welcome back to the Matrix Path of Neo commentary with me, Skully the Metalhead. Well, we're past all the filler and now everything is going to be okay. We are now officially in the Matrix Reloaded portion of the game, and if you remember the scenes in the movie, this is the part where Neo was attacked by upgraded agents. Now, it might just be me, but honestly, these agents aren't any more difficult than the previous ones. In fact, I honestly find that they're a lot easier. Then again, I'm not sure whether that's the fact that you're the one now and you have access to all your abilities, or if it's just because of the fact that... Actually, I don't really know, because like, even on the 1 difficulty, and yes, I did complete that, it was a bitch to complete, but it's worth it. You do get the invincibility cheat code, but honestly, even on the 1 difficulty, these guys are just piss weak. In fact, hell, if anything, the bloody, I'm not quite sure what to call it. I think it was the schoolboys, actually, from the club level when we were playing as the key. Even those were harder than the bloody agents. Yuck. But anyway, the only real difference between these agents and the agents that we had before is that these ones can regenerate their health, so it's probably best that you don't leave them alone for too long, otherwise their health will regenerate and you just gotta kill them, but they're pretty quick to kill anyway, so who gives a shit? Boot to the head! And, you usually only ever get that combo, combo I should say, you only ever really get that combo if you don't bother to, continue the 1000 punch? I'm not really sure, I'm pretty sure it was called the Hyper Strike combo, but I could be misremembering that. Kick. Bash! The Shoryuken. You know, it took me a while to figure this out, and I'm pretty sure I've already mentioned this before, but a lot of your moves in this game are really determined by focus, and you really begin to notice that, especially around sections like this in the Burly Brawl portion of the game. Then again, the Burly Brawl is coming up, which is actually a pretty good level, and considered by many to be the best part of the game. I know. I'll get to the Burly Brawl when I get to it, but a lot of people consider that to be this game's peak. I disagree with that, though. And now I'm out of things to say. That's... like, again, until you do a commentary yourself, you know, you'd think you'd have so much stuff to say, like, you know, a lot to reiterate and a lot to, you know, just spiel into the audience, but when you're actually doing it, you know, like, when you're behind the microphone, it's just devoid and empty of everything. Bash! Oh, right over there. I don't really have any Matrix trivia to lay off either. So I already talked about the Lincoln tank thing as well. I guess I could bring it up again just to refresh your memories. Basically, because of the fact that they only had one voice actor doing the voice of the operator, which is FILLER, he actually altered his voice slightly to do different impressions of both Link and Tank, which is, in my opinion, it's a nice touch. And when you consider the change of actors in the movie, which in the movie it was just hastily explained that Tank died of his injuries after being blasted by Cypher. So I thought it was a nice cover-up, but even though they used Link's model during the first Matrix movie, it is kind of jarring, but honestly, yeah, win some you lose some, I suppose. Oh, and here's where we learn a pretty cool, yet actually kind of pointless ability. And now we learn Code Vision. Now, what Code Vision is, it essentially allows you to see through objects, and I believe, but don't quote me on this, I believe it allows you to target enemies through walls. Oh. Well, it does. See, I was right. I meant to do that. But, it's an ability that I find goes rather underused, if only for the fact that it's really just there for visual spectacle, and although I do enjoy the emerald green looking code, actually, no, it does have a use, but that's in a later level in the game during the Merovingian section. Spoiler alert. But yeah, Code Vision, it's more so gimmicky, is what I'll say. But anyway, we're just facing off a bunch of enemies, not really too much you haven't seen before. I guess that's kind of the thing about I nearly called this game Silent Hill. Excuse me. I guess that's kind of the thing about the Matrix, though, is like there's... like, its universe, it has a lot to it, but at the same time, you know, there's not really too much you can say, or at least in regards to an action game, you know, there's just shoot this enemy, shoot that enemy, kick ass and do all that sort of thing, and I suppose that'd be a bane if I ever decided to commentate over Devil May Cry, but, you know, with Devil May Cry there's a fair bit of lore to talk about. But then again, that's definitely a cry. Damn, I kind of exhausted my ideas right now. I suppose I can talk about something Matrix related. Oh no, wait, there's a cutscene. Sweet. See you then.
What the hell is going on?
The meeting's been ambushed. Roland was right. Too many of us in one place. We attracted too much attention.
How'd it happen?
I have no idea, but we can't stop to figure it out now. A lot of folks made it to the exits already, but a few are knee-deep in bullets. Morpheus and Trinity are still out there, along with Ballard, Niobe, and Ice. Ballard's in real trouble in some kind of restaurant a few blocks over.
Morpheus and Trinity?
They made it to the car, but they're still taking fire. You're the only one who can get to the mall.
Remember how I said there was no more filler missions? Well, I lied. Are you guys ready for some more filler missions where I'll have basically nothing to say and have even more jarring, stammering commentary? Well, yeah. Now, unlike the previous, filler section, you know, at the very least that was kind of explaining what Neo did in between movies, but this, in my opinion, is the ultimate example of padding. Just pure padding from ear to ear. This is probably the worst section in the game for me. Like, honestly, it's not really annoying. Well, there is a mission coming up pretty soon, which I really have a bit of disdain for, but I'll get to that after this cutscene.
You are surrounded. Step away from the vehicle with your hands in the air.
So, yeah, basically, we've got to help out Morpheus and Trinity escape, even though they already escaped just fine in the movies. I don't know. And thus Neo decided to commit suicide, ending the Matrix movies early. Splash attack. It's been one fucking bitch and shockwave, man. You know, it's... Again, maybe it's because they're in a very desolate area, but... shouldn't there be people wandering the streets, or at the very least... I don't know. Excuse me. Kinda failed to see how they were hit with a grenade, even though the grenade launcher is all the way over there on the other side of the street nearby where the tunnel is. I don't know. But then again, this is a city level, which, again, as I said earlier, I do have a very big predilection for. I don't know. I'm a city slicker at heart. And thus we fell off the apartment? No, it was a hotel grading thing. I don't know. I guess it's American architecture. I can't really say that because Australia doesn't really have that sort of grading style thing. I don't really know what to call it. You and your Americans with your yeehaws and your cowboy hats, you do confuse me, you do. Anyway, this is also an enemy that's introduced and also is fairly underutilized. These are what I like to call the gay boys. I don't mean that in an offensive way, they just wear red berets. And, admittedly, back when I was a very young, stupid kid, I used to call them the gay boys in 2005 because that was what was considered cool, and I know to a lot of people nowadays, particularly those of the more, you know, social justice warrior-y mindset would say, oh man, that's offensive, you suck, kablurg, and, you know, keep in mind, in Australia, or at least from what I find, it's a very, very lax culture of, you know, cursing and words that don't mean shit. Like, I mean, I can only really speak for myself and kids of my age range, which would be like 17 or 18, you know, they use slang like cunt, fuck, or whatever, is basically general language, you know, like, I mean, yeah, they'll use some alternate terminology like fucking drop kicks and shit like that, but, that's just how it is. Honestly, that's kind of why I don't really give a shit about people who get easily offended over words. It's just, you know, words on their own aren't fucking harmful, it's the context that they're used in. You know, and that's something that I think that a lot of people shouldn't understand, that they need to understand it, actually. you know, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but people are way too easily offended nowadays. Actually, I think I might have just figured a way to extend the filler commentary. I could just have basic little rants all throughout this. No, that'd take away too much focus in the game. But then again, what is there to really talk about? You just are doing a bunch of escort missions, which in among itself is very alerting to any common sense-filled video gamer. I'm sorry if my commentary is quite lacking this, especially for the next few videos, but honestly, there's just not much to talk about. And, by the way, as I'll hopefully show up there is a secret up here. There is a briefcase in which it unlocks more hidden goodies. And also some more grenade launcher rounds, I believe. Whee! God damn it. Good Jesus, man. You've been getting some serious brain damage. Out of all the missions, though, I'd say that the Morpheus and Trinity one is the easiest. Shortly followed by a mission involving Captain Niobe from Enter the Matrix, which I'll have a fair bit of stuff to say about that one, but we'll wait to... we'll wait to the next couple of episodes to get to it. I apologize if my words are quite mixed there. In terms of the next easiest mission, I'd say that would be Captain Ballard, and the most difficult mission, and in my opinion, one of the most bullshit missions, you know, especially if you're playing on the 1 difficulty, my fucking god, is Captain Roland, who is a very suicidal captain, even though he gives Neo the most shit in the Matrix Revolutions, because we need all our ships, even though he effectively ends up kicking Zion's plan in the arse. I mean, granted, Zion were pretty much doomed anyway, but, you know, Roland just fucks up. But then again, I'll save my rants for each of them later. The bloody shield enemies. Honestly, as you get higher, I mean, the shield attack is still annoying, but it just doesn't have the same effect as it once did. Yeah, take that. That'll show you to fucking bash me away with your shield, you son of a bitch. Ow, my pinky. Punch, kick, wow. How cool would it be to have, like, Neo's, you know, just physics-defying punching abilities, man. Like, it's a weird mix between, like, cartoonish, you know, violence, and at the same time badass, you know, cyberpunk shit, you know? You know? And here comes probably the only interesting part of the movie. Yeah, an agent. Now they have, like the other missions actually, they do have agents, you know, sewn into each little, you know, filler mission.
Now.
And it's interesting, but I don't know, it's fucking filler. And it's like watching a Naruto episode, minus the suck. Man, that sucks, man. I'm resorting to stealing jokes from Entom 64.
We can take it from here. Make sure everyone gets out.
I'll stay with you.
No. We need to prep the ship for departure.
Neo, hurry.